friends. My name is Hannah.
And my name is Jeremiah.
And today, we would like to tell you a story about angels' announcements.
Do you know what an angel is? Can you tell me what angels do?
Perhaps they can fly or become invisible and live in heaven.
Well, these heavenly beings, known as angels, are messengers sent by God to give commands or promises to his people on earth.
That's right. Now, Jeremiah is going to help us tell our story today.
I must go get my prayer shawl.
Very good. Now, I have another question for you. Do you know what a promise is? Perhaps you've heard this word before. A promise is when someone says they're going to do something and it's done, whether it takes minutes, months, or years. You know, the scriptures, they're full of God's promises. In fact, there's so many of them, it's hard to keep up. So God has not only used the scriptures to tell his promises, but he has also used the announcements of angels to tell of his promises and his commands to the people on earth. Now, today's story all starts with an elderly couple in the land of Judea, a priest named Zechariah and his wife Elizabeth. They were upright people who walked in all of God's ways, except there was one thing missing. Elizabeth couldn't have any children, and this made both of them really sad. Can I see your sad faces? Very good. Yes. Now, one day, Zechariah was chosen by a group of priests to go into the temple and burn incense on the altar. Now, can you guess what happens next? Do you know who might have appeared before Zechariah in the temple? Right! An angel came and appeared before Zechariah! And he was afraid. Can you be afraid like Zechariah? Good, yes, you look afraid. But the angel told Zechariah, "Fear not, for I have been sent by God because he has answered your prayers. Your wife Elizabeth will have a son, and his name shall be called John. For he will be great in the sight of the Lord, and he will tell the people of Israel to make way for the Lord."
Well, how can this happen? My wife is old.
Well, I was sent by God to send this message, but because you do not believe my words, you will be unable to speak until the child is born. Can you move your mouth as if you're unable to speak? Very good. Yes, and so Zechariah left the temple unable to speak. All the priests were waiting outside, and they could tell that he had been with God, but they thought it was strange that he couldn't speak. Then everyone went home. After some time had passed, Elizabeth, she had given birth to a baby boy, and everyone was filled with so much joy. Can you hop and raise your hands up as if you're joyful? Good, yes. All right, then the neighbors and friends were trying to think of baby names for Elizabeth's baby. Do you remember what the angel said the baby's name should be? Yes, you're right. And then Zechariah came and wrote down what the baby's name should be since he couldn't speak.
John.
He can speak. Wow, can you shout as if you can speak? Yay! Very good. Zechariah, he learned to always trust in God's promises, and he was able to see this promise come to pass that the angel announced about the baby boy. And he knew that one day his son John would grow up to become the second Elijah, who would prepare Israel for the coming of the Lord. I hope you enjoyed today's story time on the angel's announcement. Thank you, Jeremiah, for helping me tell the story today.
Well, come back next week to hear another promise announced by an angel about the birth of a baby boy who will change the world. Thank you for joining us for today's story time.
We hope to see you soon.
Shalom.